Hey Gemini, welcome to this space. We are reading for this Aquarius full moon that is coming up on the 9th of August. For some of you, it might be the 8th, depending on where you are in the world. And I did skip the new moon readings last time, but I do have some general August messages for you guys. If you guys would like to check those out, feel free. Okay, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. Please check your Moon and or Rising placements for deeper resonance. Okay, take what resonates, leave what does not. We're going to go ahead and jump right in to see what this full moon in Aquarius is bringing to you, Gemini, ancestors of light, messengers of light, guardians and protectors. What messages do we have for the sign of Gemini, those born under the constellation Sun, Moon, or Rising in Gemini? What messages does this full moon in Aquarius have in store for them? Guys, there's a lot going on. We have the moon and the sun opposing each other because we have the sun in Leo, we have the moon, I mean, obviously, but it's like we also have like an air trine. We have Mars in Libra. We also have Venus in Cancer. We have Mercury in retrograde currently, but it's going to go direct on the 11th. There's a lot going on, Gemini. And we have Pluto in Aquarius. I believe we have Uranus in Gemini. Saturn in Aquarius, which I think Saturn is in retrograde. And we also have the planet of Chiron, of our wounds, in retrograde as well. Okay. So, Gemini, you have the card of transcendence. Okay. Your connection to self, your connection to the spirit is beyond what anyone else can understand. We have initiative. So a door has been opened to you, Gemini. The door under this Aquarius full moon, a door has been opened. There are opportunities and change beyond that door that some people may be too fearful of to even like approach. There are some changes that you just need to submit to. You may not understand exactly what's going on, but you just need to let go of control, okay? There may be some things happening in your relationships. You also have the card of prioritizing, and then we have speed. So sorry guys, if you guys can hear talking in the background like a TV, my fiance is watching pre-game football right now. I'm just getting this energy, Gemini, that there are some things that you have put at the forefront of your attention and your focus where you're realizing or need to realize the changes that need to take place, and you need to just allow them to happen. You do not need to control them. You're dealing with some experiences or a situation with someone or within, like with a person, place, or thing. And some of these things are happening really quickly for some of you. Some of them are happening really fast, okay? I'm getting big relationship energy for everyone right now that I've read for this full moon and for the month of August. Remember, this is also a year number 9. So there are things that you have to submit to because they have to end, whether it's a pattern or whether it's an actual like physical relationship or a job ending. Could be an ending of a friendship that just kind of goes cold. It could be a romantic partnership that just goes cold. But Gemini, I'm just getting that whatever you're dealing with, there are some things that you need to look at. There's something you need to look at in your life and put it into focus. And stop trying to control the narrative. You just need, whatever needs to be done, you just need to do it. And you need to not drag your feet with this. This is not the time to drag your feet. Now, there's a difference between being patient and waiting for the opportune moment, or waiting for, you know, the green light from the universe or from your ancestors or your spirit guides. And then there's a thing when it comes to being lazy or being lax and dragging your feet. You don't want to drag your feet. Yes, be patient, but like, don't drag your feet with it, right? Don't drag your feet with this situation. If there's something that needs to be done, get it done, right? Let go of control. Go with the flow of this situation. If there's a relationship that's going cold, let it go cold. If this person wants you, they have to create the opportunity to actually open up that door of connection with you. And if not, you're just gonna have to just keep going. Your boat just has, you don't need to stop your boat. You don't need to park your boat to go chase after this person or try to get answers from this person. Just let your boat just move, Gemini. You cannot control someone else. If there's someone who wants to leave you, or someone who just doesn't want to be with you or doesn't want to talk to you anymore, let their boat flow where they want it to flow, and let your boat flow where you want it to flow. If someone's boat is flowing away from you and they're trying to change directions to stay away from you for whatever reason, then so be it. Wherever the current takes you, that's where you go. That's where you go. And this current is moving pretty fast, though. It's moving pretty fast. So there are some changes that you probably, they're involuntary. They're not changes that you expected to happen so soon. Right? Now we do have, let's see. We have the 11th house in Aquarius, collaboration, memberships, and networking. Like I said, like, this is about relationships to other people, your community. You may end up getting somebody who wants to collaborate with you. You may just end up having a boat, you know, flow somehow. You'll flow right next to your boat and be like, hey, let's row together. Let's travel this current together, right? Let's do this together. You don't have to be on this current by yourself. I'm getting the sense, Gemini, that you need to reach out to people. If you're feeling alone, you need to reach out to people who are actually wanting to travel this current with you. Because with Chiron here, I just said Chiron is in retrograde in Aries. And we also have Sagittarius at the bottom of the deck. There are so many beautiful places that you can go, but right now you need to kind of figure out how to ride this current here. That's your priority. You are not here to force someone to stay with you, or to, you know, force someone to understand how you feel about them or how much you love them. Like, if there's people that you're dealing with who have trust issues, if there's something that you've done to hurt somebody and they feel like you owe them something, well, there's only so much that you can do with that. You can ask for forgiveness, and you can like tell that person, I'm going to do better. And maybe you have been doing better, Gemini, but if that person has trust issues, like, and they're not willing to surrender to an opportunity to heal with you, then there's nothing that you can do about that. Okay, you have medium Coeli or Coeli. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it says midheaven, direction, reputation. Yeah, so, you know, you need to focus on, you know, how you need to focus on healing yourself and strengthening your image and your appearance and that's where the healing comes in, right? This is about your reputation within your community, or within a group of people, with the people that you network with, you know what I mean? And also just being truly you. So when it comes to healing your wounds and really healing trauma in your life, there may be some things that really trigger you at this time, Gemini. Things that really poke at some parts of you that's still very tender and very painful. Okay, there may be some things that come up for you that just remind you of your trauma in your life, and you're just like, what the hell? Like, I didn't ask for that. You know, they're like, our wounds are not just exposed, right? They're covered up because we want to protect those wounds, but there comes a point where we need to kind of lift up the bandage and we need to inspect those wounds. We need to inspect them, and we need to apply a balm. It may not feel good, it's going to sting, it's going to burn, whatever, but like whatever is happening in your life that is lifting up the bandage and saying, hey, let's inspect this wound, Gemini. Let's get some things together soon to heal this wound. Let's go through like therapy. It could be, you know, I don't know, it could be some loss that happens in your life. Maybe you have to stop going to work because you need to focus on yourself. Or I don't know, maybe there's just some thoughts or some emotions that come up in your life, or some occurrences that happen that just kind of remind you that you are still wounded, that you are not 100% capable of moving forward with, you know, with the strength that you need, right? Yeah, disconnect, withdrawal, moon void of course. So a void of course moon. Then we have Pluto, regeneration, rebirth, and transformation. And we have Capricorn, discipline, tenacious, and resilience. So yeah, you have what it takes, Gemini. Stay committed. Stay committed. If you're dealing with relationships with other people or networks with people who kind of sugarcoat things with you, and they're not really here to ride this current with you, and they're not here to actually get you back to home base. They're not here to get you to a better place in your life. You know, if you're dealing with people that you network with who have the same wounds that they're covering up just like you, and they're not really trying to do the work to uncover those wounds and start the healing process, this full moon can definitely be a little bit painful for you. Okay? It can be very painful for you, but it's now time for the, you know, the therapy, right, so to speak, or the, you know, like physical therapy. Like, it's almost like going to physical therapy. This is what it's feeling like for you right now, or if not right now, sometime during the Aquarius full moon. Some of you guys leading up to the Aquarius full moon, you guys have some occurrences that have happened that remind you of something that happened to you in your past, and you're just like, not again. Like, I don't want to go through this again. But it's happening because there was a lesson that you needed to learn, and now it's time to learn that lesson. There's some wound. You were wounded back then, or maybe you were wounded a long time ago, and then there was a circumstance that poked at that wound years ago, and then you just were like, nope, I don't want to face that. I don't want to look at that wound. I don't want to. Sometimes it's hard to look at yourself when you're hurt, right? Like if you guys have ever like gotten a really bad like injury or wound, right? Or you really cut yourself really badly, or you got burned or something like that. Like, sometimes it can be very difficult to look at yourself like that and be like, man, I'm really hurt. You know, I'm really damaged. It can be really, really hard to look at yourself in the mirror and feel confident. But you have to look at those wounds. You have to look at what's hurting. You have to. Or you need to network with someone who can look at your wounds, you know, and be like, it's okay. We can fix this, right? So going to the doctor, going to therapy, you know, sitting down with a pastor or a minister or some type of spiritual practitioner, someone who is used to looking at other people's wounds because they've looked at their own wounds, right? So maybe you guys just need to go and talk to somebody who is very experienced and have mastered, you know, healing other people's wounds, including their own, right? Someone who's not afraid of a little blood or a little, you know, some scars, you know? But if you have people in your life who are afraid to look at their own wounds, but they're okay with exposing your wounds, right? That's not okay. That's not okay. You want somebody in your life, or you want people in your life, Gemini, who are just like, I get it. You want somebody that you feel comfortable exposing that wound to, who's just going to be like, I'm so sorry that happened to you. This is what happened to me, right? Or, you know, I know how to help you fix that. It can be embarrassing. It can be embarrassing to be disabled or wounded in your life in some way, shape, or form. That's okay. You're human. We're all human, right? We are not perfect. Ooh. Vibration. We have vibration. Positive action. Okay, yep. Present. You need to, you know, this is the time under this Aquarius full moon, Gemini, where you need to just look at your wound, look at yourself. Look at your pain. Just look at yourself. And instead of looking at yourself and just being so angry or feeling embarrassed or feeling like, you know, you've failed or you're behind, look at yourself and say, I want to fix myself. I want to fix that. Talk to people who have healed a wound in their life that's similar to yours, and go talk to them. This could be somebody who has a Capricorn in their chart, possibly. What's up, babe? What do you need?
I'm looking for my shorts.
They're probably in the basket out there in the living room. Sorry guys, but yeah, you could be dealing with the Capricorn. Okay, you guys got 4 cards. Interesting. You have nature, perspective. Okay, so you guys may have a certain perspective, or maybe it's just your common nature, or just your nature to kind of hide and just kind of put on a good face and be like, I'm fine. It's not that you're trying to fake anything or you're trying to like pull the wool over anyone's eyes like intentionally. It's just that you might be embarrassed, or you just may feel like, you know, it's not a big deal. Like I don't need to expose this part of myself. Like I can just figure it out. But if you change your perspective and realize that it's okay to just submit to this change of, you know, needing to heal this part of yourself, like maybe you feel like, you know, it's not a big deal, like, you know, nobody's going to see it, nobody's going to care, nobody's, you know, so what's the point of me exposing it? Like, what's the purpose? Or maybe the purpose is just for you to live life for yourself for once. And then you also have strategy. So there's something here where you do need to make a plan, Gemini. What kind of plan do you have? And what kind of plans do you have, you know, to heal this part of yourself? Again, some of you guys may need to go through physical therapy again, or maybe you have an illness, maybe some addictions that you're dealing with, right? Maybe there's a relationship wound that you've been carrying for years and years, and you're just like, I can't really ever like keep a good relationship, right? Maybe you just feel like you're damaged goods and you're just a really damaged person, and that you're beyond repair. That's not true. That's not true. It's going to take some time for you to repair yourself, but like take that time. You need to sit with the facts. You need to sit with the truth of your circumstances here. You could be in a relationship with someone where those wounds start to kind of arise, and you can feel like somehow this person, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, maybe you're dealing with somebody. Okay, again, if you're dealing with some people, Gemini, who poke at your wounds and they try to use your past against you, that's absolutely not okay. I don't like that. But if some of you guys could be in a relationship with someone, or you know someone who, they mean well, but you may feel like, you know, like you're doing too much. But you may have somebody in your life who has a tendency to be like, hey, Gemini, just let me look at your wound. I just want to see what's going on. And they actually want to help you, but you may feel a certain type of way. You may feel like they're forcing you to be vulnerable because you don't, some of you guys just have trust issues, and you just feel, you know, you don't need to know that about me, or you don't need to poke into that part of my life because it's too painful. But I feel like if you're dealing with somebody who's really loving, they really want you to be okay. And they want you to feel safe with them. They want you to understand that, hey, it's okay to talk to me about this. It's okay to divulge that information. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm not going to use it against you. I just want to know you as a person, right? But some of you guys may just feel like, no. You know, some of you guys may have divulged some information to someone, and then you just immediately, like, you know, pulled your energy back and was like, I don't trust this information to be held by anyone else. Yeah, Three of Cups, yeah. People. Positive people. You need people who are willing to heal with you or help heal you, Gemini. Let's clarify the present card, this present moment card. Friendships. You need to look at your friendships, Gemini. What is your friendships telling you? What are your friendships telling you? Are they telling you that you can trust them? Or are your friendships showing you that, you know, your wounds don't matter? Are you dealing with people who are, yeah. Okay. Presently, it looks like some of you guys, you have someone that you love very much, or someone that you both offered your hearts to each other. And presently, you're like, I don't want to give up on this person, but there's something here with trust because of what's happened to you in your past, right? Let's clarify the nature card, ancestors, for Gemini. So yes, there's someone here that you love deeply. You love them very much and they love you. Could be a family member, could be a friend, could be a romantic partner. Okay. You could have somebody at work that, you know, you've been working with for a long time, and they're just like, hey, are you okay? Like, you know, are you sure you're okay? Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? You know, are you sure I can't help you? Six of Wands and the Prince of Swords. Yes. Be determined. Don't give up on yourself, Gemini. I get the sense that this Aquarius full moon is really going to help you guys face this wound. And it may happen through you experiencing some pain a little bit. It's going to force you to think, to stop and think. It's going to force you to take a beat, to take a breath and be like, okay, we really need to come to a conclusion on what to do. Okay? Reliability. Yeah. So some of you, Gemini, you're just like, I just want to, you know, I want to get some help so I can be more reliable, so my friends and my family or my significant other can rely on me mentally and emotionally, right? We have perspective again. We have judgment. So there is a mirror, a very painful mirror that's being shown to you under this Aquarius full moon, Gemini. It feels harsh. It feels painful. It feels painful, but it's for a reason. Because when you have a wound that's festering, right? It's painful when someone touches it. It's painful when someone is trying to inspect it. Let the gods, let the universe, let these planetary transits get their needles and their surgical tools out to help you. Okay? Some of you guys may have experienced a breakup. 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, yeah. Somebody walked away from you and it was very painful, and you were just faced with your own demons on your own. Somebody may have emotionally detached themselves from you. But guys, this change that you are going through is going to transform you all the way down to the core of your soul. This change that you are experiencing is not just change for your life as a human, but it's change for your, even on your soul's journey as a spirit towards the rest of your past lives. I mean, the rest of your lives moving forward, and healing your past life karma as well. Okay? Take that leap, you guys. Take that leap. Take the step that seems impossible. You may be so scared, Gemini, or just so fearful, and you're just like, I can't trust this. I can't trust this person. Or, you know, there's a new opportunity, a new perspective here. There's someone who's very curious about you. There's someone who really wants to connect with you and talk to you. There's people who want to connect and talk with you. They want to know more about yourself. I just get the sense that you just, you know, you have a hard time just divulging information, because it might be a little bit painful depending on the information that's being divulged, especially if it's emotional. So some of you guys, you either had to leave someone behind emotionally or detach yourself emotionally from someone, and it's really hurting you. It really hurts you. But in the present moment, I just get the sense that, yeah, you're hurting, you're scared with the 9 of Swords. But in the end, you are going to be transformed. You're going to be a brand new person. You're going to be someone that you don't even recognize. It's going to be okay, Gemini. It's going to be okay. If you want something to work out with someone and they want it to work out with you, you have to allow it to work out. You have to let this person connect with you, okay? But I have a feeling that in order for that to happen, there has to be some emotional detachment here. There has to be some vulnerability. There needs to be maybe some type of membership or collaboration. Maybe you need to network with different people who are, maybe you need to connect, again, AA, rehab, you need to connect with some doctors or physicians or some therapists. Maybe you need to go to church. Maybe you need to go to a spiritual community and get some help, okay? Maybe there's just a little bit more discipline that you need in your life. I don't know, some structure. So you want this full moon to bless you. Be submissive to the change that needs to happen. Heal your wounds, and let someone look at your wounds that you can trust, who can help you heal them and get you the help that you need, Gemini. Okay? Know the direction that you want to take in your life, and no, it's not going to be easy. Again, we are in a year number 9, so it's not going to be easy, because there are endings. There's something that needs to end in your life, and it's not just like relationships that are ending and you losing your job. No, it is a deadly and hazardous journey that you've been on, because you've been holding on to things that just you think were protecting you, but honestly, they have been hurting you the whole time. And there have been people who have been wanting to enter your life, and they've been wanting to connect with you, or someone that who really wants to connect with you. And I know that some of you guys, you really have someone that you love in your life, but you may have some trust issues. Let them connect with you. Let them help you. No matter how painful it may feel or scary it may feel, this person, if this is somebody that really loves you and they've got your back, they've got your back. But if it's somebody who still has the same wounds that you have, and it's easy for them to expose your wounds, but they don't want to heal their wounds, no. So look around you. If you have some friends or family members or someone who like is not getting their shit together, but they are trying to push you to get your shit together, that's not going to work, okay? Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, y'all.